To have you on Newsday, Navin. You know, in the early days of the pandemic, people stayed away from wildlife, didn't they? Because they were scared of catching COVID. What's changed now?
So what we're hearing from wildlife campaigners is that because of this unsettled state of the origin of the virus, as you know, that scientific community or even intelligence community are divided over whether was it a spillover from animal to human or was it a lab leak. And scientists are saying that it'll take many years for us to reach a conclusion. And so wildlife campaigners are telling me that, you know, this unsettled state has kind of led to people being less reluctant, or let's say more relaxed in terms of consuming wildlife. And then in the meantime, we're also seeing increasing number of seizures. So they are joining the dots, and they are very worried that we might be heading back to the same pre-pandemic levels of wildlife consumption.
Navin, how wide scale is the problem, or how wide scale are people concerned about the problem becoming?
So see, there has been no study in terms of like how many people are really going back like that, or surveys. But what campaigners, what wildlife investigators are telling us is that they have certainly spoken to people and they have found that this relaxed attitude. And in the meantime, as you said at the very beginning of this program, that so many sages in Vietnam or in even Thailand, and just last year or in 2020 and even 29, after the outbreak of the pandemic, there have been reports that in Greater Mekong region or Lower Mekong region, there have been selling of all these wildlife products. In one case, in one report, they found out 80,000 different wildlife products in more than 1,000 outlets. And also in the meantime, there have been some major seizures in Africa, and investigators are telling me that they were actually destined for Southeast Asia, their regular destination hotspots.
Navin, what are authorities doing about this, given the scale of the problem that you've described?
So see, authorities, as we know, China and Vietnam, they have introduced bans, as you know. China, for instance, basically it's about certain terrestrial wildlife in terms of food, similar restrictions, similar ban in Vietnam. But the issue here is that, you know, these countries, in China, for instance, they still allow traditional use of medicines or even ornaments. And experts are telling me that these are loopholes. And even when these countries are trying to implement those bans, the market is so entrenched and it's a huge area. Enforcement is really challenging. In the meantime, because of the border restrictions, the illegal suppliers are offering discounts, and they're trying to sell those products nationally. And that's a huge challenge.
Navin Singh Khadka, the BBC's World Service Environment correspondent, thank you.